Hello and welcome to the BWN podcast where Michael is yet again, and today is episode 13. Now, we obviously had a lot to address last time about specifically what was going on, but this time we need a main topic because of course I think we should really put some effort in and try and get them for the last two episodes that we're going to be recording over the next 2 days. But we need a topic, so I think what we should do is try and find a main video to focus on. So what should that be? Is there any video aside from Wargaming Warlords? Is there any one in particular?
That's not my sole focus on this.
Okay, I think we should discuss one Champions video that we did on that bootcamp weekend that we discussed earlier.
Oh boy, is that thing about
it. Right, at this point, it's a while away for them yet. So maybe we should talk about it in cryptically and tease stuff.
Right.
So which one? Because we shot a lot of them. So maybe... No, that's too short. Tell you what, how about Aquarium?
Yes.
Aquarium, there we go. Right, okay, so, well, I've just given one away there. So, okay, so essentially on the last shoot of this bootcamp weekend, we went to North Shields and shot a video at Timemouth Aquarium.
Yeah.
We're not going to say an enormous amount about it, like funny moments and stuff, because we're going to save those till the video. But we can't talk about individual things. So, or we could talk about the video in depth, and then retrospectively when it comes out we can come back to this episode and then...
Yeah, do in depth, I think.
In depth, you think? Right,
yeah,
okay.
For this episode with them.
Yeah, we'll have proper topics for the last two, but yeah, we'll sacrifice the content of one video this time. So, what was your experience doing that shoot, Big Dan? Explain to the audience how you feel about it.
I'm sorry, but I think the funniest thing I did during that entire video was myself about the Aquarium armor.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I was in safe territory.
Yeah, but when you obviously address it, act as if, because remember they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So don't talk as if they've seen it, because they haven't.
Yeah, when I think one of the funniest things I did was, well, first off I found out how massive my cranium is by trying to stick it in that.
Yeah, let's just say there was basically a metal helmet thingy.
Aye. And
you know, one of them like old sunken divers, whatever.
Yeah.
When they've got that little thing that they swing. I'm describing it terribly here, but like a round helmet where you take the thing out.
You know, old divers.
Yeah, it's like a little grid, mask. And we described that terribly. It was like a metal round thing. You know what I mean, like a fishbowl helmet. Basically, there was one of them hanging, and they were meant for little kids with a little step.
Yeah.
And they tried to fit themselves in.
First off, I was too tall, so it was absolute anarchy on my knees.
Yeah, a big head here couldn't fit in it, but Aaliyah did, and that was hilarious.
Yeah.
There'll definitely be a still from that does the rounds.
Yeah.
When it was actually quite hot, and it's like the perfect still.
Yeah. There's also the one. Do you remember when I went to the shark mouth?
What shark mouth?
Do you not remember?
No, we didn't get that on record. We should talk about the things we didn't get on record.
That's what I was about asking.
Yeah.
Did we film that? We didn't film this, but when there was like some, you know, like one of those things that I'm trying to describe it, where you like put your hand in and you like try feeling for someone. If that sounds wrong. What did I just say?
Would you like to try again, Big Dan?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You know, like one of those. I was gonna say holes there. That's worse. How do I say this so that it doesn't sound wrong?
He stitched himself up.
Basically, you put your hand in and you like see what's inside. This is the best I'm gonna be able to do this. And I got a hold of like a plastic bottle, whipped it out. God. And walked like halfway around to the bit where it was like there's like the tank like overhead, if you remember that.
The tunnel.
Like the tunnel,
the sea tunnel,
like overhead tank.
Yeah, the sea tunnel.
And And we ended up like with me walking around with this plastic bottle, ready to chuck it in the bin. We got there, and then I looked inside it, and it turns out that was actually meant to be in there because
It had like it had a bit of paper on it.
With like some fact written on it about like pollution. So
you had to run back and put it back.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, we were discussing this. I
feel as if a funnier episode in that respect was me with the seals, because that wasn't on record either. The sea lions scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
we basically walked up to this big tank, right, and it was very. I don't know whether the water was unclean. It wouldn't have been. It would have been clean, but it was very opaque.
Yeah,
you couldn't see much. And the big glass wall, and we're just staring at it. It was like pretty much 90% submerged underwater.
Hashtag big glass room.
Whatever. Well, basically, you might know what that means later when you see the Winter Gardens episode. Anyway, the whole thing was about submerged 90% underneath the water, and we'll look through the water, and we're like, so where's the hell the sea lions? These are completely unfazed.
Yeah.
One of them comes absolutely out of nowhere doing some like kamikaze torpedo move.
Kamikaze's not trying to kill you.
And then turns right at the last second. So it's like bloody Get Out. It's coming straight towards you, and then went the other way. And I literally jumped.
I was gonna say, I literally cannot believe you thought you had your life flash before your eyes by a sea lion.
I got a couple of I got a jump scare by this scary looking fish as well.
Yeah.
There's a scary looking fish in a case, and I turned round and saw it right in front of us, and I jumped. Because this is the thing, you came up with a phrase, and what was it abbreviated to? Always
be recording.
ABR, yeah. It's his new phrase. When we get a camera crew, we're going to stick to this rule. Always be recording, because if we're always recording, moments like this get caught on camera.
Oh, do you remember that kid at Smuggler's Cove? You remember after we left Smuggler's Cove when he...
Oh yeah, as well, like again, there was like, I've forgotten what he called.
I remember very clearly we were going towards to film the South Marine
Salty
Park.
the Swan of South Marine Park.
Yeah,
so
and we ended up, and he was talking into his phone, and I remember him shouting, "You ginger donkey."
He shouted that, right, to his mate as an insult, and we're like, and he sounded in about year 6.
Yeah.
And the whole time we were sitting there, we were stood at the lights trying not to die laughing. And we're just like, right, how far do insults go when you get older? Like that is what is offensive back then in year 6, you ginger donkey.
I mean, in all fairness, and yeah,
to be fair, if someone shouted that, if I was ginger and someone shouted that at me now, that would actually hurt a bit. Like it would hurt a bit, but it was just so funny because the tone he said it and everything.
I was gonna say yeah, that was just
But yeah, I tell you what, a good note to finish on would be the other time I got scared, and this is a video we did at the Centre for Life.
The intro to that video.
No, we'll leave that for them. They can treat themselves to that. I got scared where we did an experiment in the science section of the Centre for Life, and I put my head through, the little magnifying glass thing, and I put my head through that, and we basically saw, I think it was a cockroach or something, or was it a fly?
It was a fly, I think.
A woodlouse. It might be a woodlouse. It might have been a woodlouse. And I put my eye through the glass, and it was like hairy and scaly. And I wasn't expecting much. Like I knew what was coming. I wasn't shocked. And I slowly turned the dial, and it came on, and it focused up, and I jumped back.
Yeah.
And he like knocked into a shelf.
These lot were laughing. The place apart.
They lot were laughing at us, but I mean it's not as bad as what you did to Aaliyah, and they can wait till the episode for that one.
Oh, there's also the bit earlier on. Do you remember? There's obviously it's not really a spoiler, I'd say, but there's a bit. You remember the like spinny tables, like near the start where the tables go down, like
yeah,
the wheels. And I remember you like sticking a stick through one of the wheels, and we were stood on the other side and trying not to die laughing because I don't think you saw what it looked like. But
you're really not doing well today, are you? Like last episode was the exact same. Sticking a stick through a wheel. That's not Dan, you've been inadvertently very wrong here. Last episode as well.
No, but like you shoved a stick like through some. There's not much. How many other ways to describe it? You literally just got a stick and went through a wheel. What did I just do?
I think that's the sign to wrap it up for today.
Yeah, before I say anything else stupid.
Yes, okay. So that is episode 13 of the podcast. We're going to record one tomorrow and then we've got the finale on Thursday. So yeah. So that is it for today's today
podcast.
Yeah, for today for this episode and the last one for today's recording. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.